Hey everyone, I have spent a full week here at Sandos Caracol Eco Resort and I want to show you what the food is like, so let's go. At the resort, there are 6 a la carte restaurants, 1 main buffet, and a snack bar. If you are visiting for an adults-only vacation, you can upgrade to Select Club, which gives you access to an adult-only restaurant for breakfast and lunch. At the resort, each restaurant has a QR code to access their menu, but if you don't have great signal or need a paper menu, they will provide one. I've linked to all of the menus in the description below if you want to take a closer look. Now let's start off with breakfast options. After our first day, we used the adult-only restaurant every day for breakfast, and while we were there, they were using La Riviera, so unfortunately, I forgot to record the breakfast buffet. Here I enjoyed starting my day with a fruit plate and a vegetable omelet with a side of bacon. My husband usually went for the fresh waffles or pancakes with eggs and a side of bacon. On our first day at the buffet, there was actually no bacon to be found, and we heard that there wasn't any during the entire week from other guests. They also gave you a basket of delicious pastries, juice, and most importantly, coffee and mimosas. On our last day, they reopened the Brazilian restaurant for Select Club breakfast. Here they had a small buffet where you could get your own pastries, cheese, fruit, granola, and yogurt. You ordered off the menu for everything else. I got the chilaquiles with chicken and my husband got pancakes. The menu at both locations was the same and offered eggs cooked to your preference, chilaquiles, Monte Cristo sandwiches, and various sides including potatoes, hash browns, sausages, bacon, fried ham, bananas, and fried beans. Now let's take a look at the lunch options. The buffet La Laguna is open to everyone and reservations are not required. I really did not find the food here to be great, but the few times we ate here, we did always find something to eat. For lunch, they had a smaller selection than dinner, but had 2 kinds of soup and toppings to go with them and various fresh breads and dinner rolls. The desserts were actually quite good, and there was always an assortment out for lunch. There were different kinds of pastas with cream sauce and tomato sauce, and they always had hot dogs and hamburgers and pizzas. By the grill, there were different meats and fish, and a large skillet of something different each day. And then there was usually rice, potatoes, meats, and cooked vegetables. But it was the same dishes in multiple locations. There was also always fresh fruit, a salad bar area, and then condiments. My biggest complaint about the buffet was that the food was only ever lukewarm. Now on to the snack bar, Salvia. When you look up a snack bar online, their menu is completely different than what they actually offered. They said there would be salad, soups, grilled chicken, beef steak, T-bone steaks, and grilled fish. They also said there would be coffee cake and orange pie. When we got there, it was chicken nuggets, ham and cheese tortillas, which in my opinion were the only good thing they offered, lettuce and green sauce, meat sauce, and runny cheese sauce for your tortilla chips, if you got there when they still actually had tortilla chips available. They also had little bins of potato chips, which were always empty when we arrived, condiments for your hot dogs and hamburgers, which were cooked on a cart at the back. When I saw the raw hamburgers sitting out in the heat multiple days at the beginning of our trip, we decided not to take our chances and avoided the snack bar altogether. Instead, we would go to the buffet for fruit if we were hungry. La Riviera was our favorite spot for lunch. It was open to Select Club adults only while we were there, and it was a much nicer dining experience. They had great selections on their menu, but each day we would usually start with tortilla chips, salsa, and guacamole. We both really liked the chicken tacos as well. That came with sautéed peppers, onions, and melted cheese. I also enjoyed the shrimp tacos, served with a chipotle mayo and coleslaw, and my husband liked his custom-ordered pasta. The desserts here were really good, and they had tres leches cake, various flavors of ice cream, brownies, and crepes with roasted bananas. We had no complaints about our lunches here. And now on to the dinner options. We tried the main buffet, La Laguna, a few times for dinner, and they switch up the layout compared to lunch. Starting at the dessert end, they had various cakes and even some tarts. There were dinner rolls located between the dessert sections, and then there was a cold cuts and cheese section as well. Moving on, there was fresh fruit, both pre-cut and some whole fruits as well. Then for the main dishes, there was rice, mussels, chicken, pork, vegetables, and a section of roast beef and different kinds of mashed potatoes and cauliflower. These dishes changed up each night. The skillet for dinner was pork and peppers, which was actually really good. Then they had pizza, more hot dogs and hamburgers, similar pastas to what they offer at lunch, a salad station, which they also had at lunch and I didn't get to film due to a large crowd. They had pre-made mixed salads as well, and even more salads and toppings at the end. The buffet food was lukewarm, but there was decent variety. Compared to the other Mexican resorts we've stayed at, it was kind of a letdown. There were no custom stations to make pasta, tacos, or anything, and finding guacamole here was next to impossible except at the Select Club restaurant. Today is our second day here at Sandos Caracol, and we had dinner at the buffet last night, but today is our first a la carte restaurant. We are going to La Riviera, and we will tell you how it is and show you what it's like. We started our dinner with Caesar salad with garlic shrimp, and then we had the best soup, coconut cream with ginger. It was my favorite soup of the entire trip. For our main dishes, my husband got the beefsteak with chipotle chile mole, sweet potato puree, and rice. I got the chicken skewers with rice and tamarind sauce. Both dishes were great. For dessert, we had chocolate pie and creme brulee, and I can confirm both of these were also delicious. We made reservations at El Templo, but just weren't feeling it, so we canceled them. The menu offers typical teppanyaki-style dinner options, including fried rice, chicken, shrimp, and beef. We did go through and do a quick tour to see what it was like. If you're looking for a bit of entertainment while you eat, definitely make reservations here. But just a note, while we were in there, it was like being in a cloud of smoke as soon as you opened the door. Next up was Mascaras Mexican Buffet, but due to the global situation, it wasn't being used as a buffet at the time, and you ordered off a menu. It was located further away from the other a la carte restaurants and surrounded by beautiful foliage. For our appetizers, I started with the aguachile salad with shrimp, cucumber, avocado, and onions. My husband had the sweet potato cream soup. For our main dishes, I got the Jalisco molcajete with chicken, steak, shrimp, chorizo, and fresh cheese, and my husband got the fried bean tacos, which were filled with refried beans and topped with lettuce, tomato, avocado, and cheese. For dessert, we had the baked vegan donuts, and these desserts at this resort did not let us down. Next up is La Toscana, the Italian restaurant, and this was a very popular restaurant. When you arrive, they bring you a delicious focaccia bread with herbs to start. We love our bread. I started with a caprese salad that also came with mixed greens, and my husband got the cream of tomato soup. For our mains, I got the vegetarian arancini and ravioli stuffed with spinach and cheese. My husband got the traditional lasagna and a pepperoni pizza. It was a lot of food, but the dinner is a 4-course meal. They just brought everything at the same time. My husband did a good job of eating it all, so there was no waste. For dessert, we tried the cannoli and tiramisu. The tiramisu was much better, and after all of that food for dinner, we definitely did not need the dessert. The last a la carte restaurant is Los Lirios, the steakhouse located in the Royal Elite section of the resort. It was our favorite dinner spot, and we even made reservations here twice. On our first visit, we got a beef empanada served with olive dressing and Parmesan cheese, and Serrano ham croquettes served with aioli as our appetizers. That was followed by onion soup for me and cream of potato soup for my husband, and I will admit his soup was better, but mine was still good. My main dish was the beefsteak with tamarind sauce, sweet potato puree, and mixed vegetables. Alan had the grilled T-bone with mashed potatoes and mixed vegetables. And for dessert, we decided to share the maracuja cheesecake. On our second visit, we started with the beef empanada again and the choripán, which was Argentine chorizo, pickle mayonnaise, and chimichurri. For our mains, I got the stuffed chicken, and I have to say that it was very unappetizing. The chicken looked like it was from a can. I tried it, but ended up not eating it, and we shared the beefsteak dish my husband ordered instead. There were lots of vendors selling different snacks and treats by the theater each night. These were not included in your all-inclusive price, but they were very inexpensive, usually around $2. On one of our last nights, Alan finally gave in to his sweet tooth and surprised me by getting 2 crepes from the vendor, and even filmed them being made. This guy was fast. We got banana Nutella and Nutella and cream cheese. Both were very delicious, so I definitely recommend making a stop at some of the vendors for a treat. So here are my overall thoughts. This resort was getting bad reviews from the food perspective, and I was a little bit worried before we arrived. It definitely wasn't what we were used to when it came to food selection, so I wouldn't recommend it if you are a foodie looking for a true foodie experience. But we made the most of it and always found something to eat, and I think even picky eaters should be able to find something they like at this resort. If you have particular restaurants you want reservations at, make sure you make your reservations as soon as you arrive. We did all of ours in one go, and it only took about 20 minutes. If you wait, the restaurants will fill up, or you will get really early or late dining times. Well, I hope this video can be helpful if you're planning your own trip here to Sandos Caracol Eco Resort. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more travel videos coming soon.